Hi, my name is Diego from the Hit Music Studio, and in this video, I would like to get you to be able to play the song Save Your Tears by The Weeknd on piano. And let me say that this is our version here. We're a South Florida-based music school. We have a lot of students that are young, and we try to make these tutorials to have them be able to play the songs. Sometimes we make little changes to make it easier for them, because some of them, because they're young, have specific challenges that they're going through. Now, also, let me mention that with the tutorials that we make don't have the singer part, so you can play with your right hand. We believe that to be a little bit pointless, because here we want them to be able to play with other singers with drums and bass and guitar. So the piano part that I'm going to show you is so you can play it with someone singing. Maybe you can even play this and sing it at the same time, but we believe that this is a part that works well when you have other instruments to play with. So let's go there to a close-up of the piano so I can talk a little bit about the beginning. The intro is the same chord that I'm gonna show you. You just play that 4 times, but let me show you a little bit of like what the pattern bulk of the song is. So left hand, we're gonna do 4 notes. It's C, then A, then E, and then G. Each one of them is going to go 8 times. You need to play this very evenly, and I would suggest fingers 1, probably 2, finger probably 5 for the E, and then finger 3 on the G. So once we have that, play it very evenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. I like to mention that my tutorials, I try to make them in a way to explain how to practice, because you can watch 1,000 tutorials of just the machine and the software going through, but I think here I'm trying to give you an idea how to practice so you can actually be successful into stitching this together. So with that, once you get the left hand first, I will try to do the pattern of the right hand. The pattern of the right hand, I'll show you the notes as a bulk, as I guess together. First, G and C, then we have A and C, then we have G and B, followed by G and B again. Now here, it's a very specific pattern. I want you to try to do this. Count to 8, and you're not going to play on 3, and you're not going to play on 7. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. I messed that one up. Let me do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, once you do that a couple of times, definitely get used to counting. Counting is a great way to like practice, because what it does is that if you say 3 and you're playing a note, like I did there, you can tell that you're doing it wrong, and you can stop yourself and almost be like, okay, let me go slower, let me fix that. Very important to learn how to count while you're practicing. So once you have that, of course, you can go a little bit faster, but I would say don't go faster until like you really have the pattern. So now, it is normal when you're learning something to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just really go slowly to get it. Absolutely normal, and I think it's okay to give yourself time to be able to play it correctly. So the bulk of the pattern is, the bulk of the song is those 4 chords in that way. Let me show you the rest so we can make the video not to be too long, but I'll show you, I guess, on the pre-chorus, the chords change. And let me see if I need to like adjust my software here a little bit so you guys can see the notes clearly. And yes, I do. So the notes on the right hand, let me show you the right hand first. It's going to be D and F, then C and E, then C and F, and then C, D, G. Now, the good news is that each one of these chords is exactly the same pattern as before, just with those notes. So it sounds like this. We go into the next section. Now, I think it's hard a little bit to see there my left hand. Let me see if I can adjust it a little bit so you guys can see it. So I'll play it again. So it sounds like this. Now, immediately after that, we're actually going to go to a chord that we're going to hold as a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I move the pattern, the software again, E, G, C. With an C on the left, and we're gonna do E, A, C, second chord, and we hold that for 4 counts. So important to hold this for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then So this is almost the next chorus. So let me do one thing. Let me go ahead and play it from there, from that pre-chorus into the chorus, so you guys can actually see that part and have an idea how would that be. So this would sound 2, 3, 4. So. And there I play and I stop on beat 4 right before we go into the second verse. Now, the second verse, I really like the pattern. It's a pattern that I have had a little bit of a challenging time teaching it to students. But let me show you, my best ideas so far. So this pattern is a pattern in which the ideal will be to do it between the hands. So you're going to do 3 notes with the left, 3 notes with the right, 2 notes with the left. So the notes that I'm playing there are G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C. So let me make sure that the software there is somewhat aligned so you guys can see it good. Now, very important to play them all evenly and definitely check my fingerings there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that pattern is very symmetrical and it repeats again just with the chord A minor. So we just have to change the G's to A's. And my suggestion would be to practice just those 2, get it under your hands. Which, once again, they're not super challenging. What happens in the next part can get a little bit complicated. So definitely make sure these 2 are very, very clear. What happens on the next part, it's almost like the pattern gets a little bit broken. And here we're going to do this. You're going to do E with the left hand, B, E, and G with the right hand. So it sounds like this. And immediately followed by a B and an E with my left hand again, a little bit lower on the keyboard. We move my right hand to do G and B. So it sounds like this. And I think that's important to play very, very slow, steady. Make sure that you check there what I'm doing with the hands and the fingering. So one more time, this bar. And I will play that and repeat it. That's not repeated in the song, but I will play it because I think here's where we're seeing our students have somewhat of a big challenge on. The next part is a little bit more symmetrical. B, D, G, B, D, G, B, D. So that it's a little bit easier for the mind to process. So the thing is, when you put it all together, I'll do it slow. I think it sounds really cool, but it's almost tricky a little bit to just stitch it. So do it very, very slow. I'll do it one more time with the drum beat so you guys can have an idea on that context. So it sounds like this. And so on. I think that repeats more than once, but it's a very, very cool pattern. And we definitely wanted to try to teach it because I think that's a little bit of probably the most challenging part of the song, that 3rd and 4th bar of that second verse. So definitely a cool song. I don't know who played keyboards. I don't know if The Weeknd plays piano himself or this is by one of my favorite producers, by Max Martin. And the team behind him really knows what they're doing and their songs are really well put together. So I think beautiful part for piano players, for people that are learning to practice with a recording. Do it slow. Make sure that you're patient with yourself and make sure that you're learning parts that are piano parts. I see a lot of people trying to learn the melody part, what the singer is singing with your right hand. That doesn't really make much sense because you want to learn piano parts so other people can sing or maybe you can sing. But normally piano players, we don't play. When you play with the singer, you're not going to play their part. They need to do their part and you need to do your part. So I would definitely encourage you guys to learn piano parts of this type of songs, but learn the actual piano part. So hopefully that was easy to follow along. If you would like to take lessons with me or with anyone else here at The Hit, check thehitmusicstudio.com. check the links on the description of this video. We have a couple like even free courses and things that we try to put out there so people can learn songs like this that they like in the easiest and the fastest way possible. We'll see you guys on the next one, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you felt like you learned something with this content. We'll see you guys on the next one.